Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I seek leave of the House to momentarily speak in French.
Leave granted?
Oui, oui. Bonjour à tous et bonsoir. Je suis honoré de représenter le ministère en chef pour célébrer le 40e anniversaire. Les Alliances françaises est le premier festival français à Darwin. Mr. Deputy Speaker, it was my privilege on the 6th of the 9th to badly speak French and represent the Chief Minister at the 40th anniversary of the Alliance Française and its inaugural French festival. I wanted to speak briefly, sketchily in French today because I think next time we have a mission like this, we should probably send the member for Drysdale, whose daughters I know speak much better French than I. But I'm pleased to report that there were no diplomatic incidents on this occasion. We were blessed with the presence of His Excellency Mr. Pierre-André Imbert, the Ambassador to France for Australia. And there was an absolutely wonderful atmosphere, amazing food and beverages, duck confit sliders, which I ate far too many of, really quality entertainment, beautiful face painting and baguette-based comedy, the Zilwa Band, DJ Mathilde, and I must thank Clement Bresson and Ingrid Bresson and their delightful young son, Emile, who kept me entertained all night. It was really a fantastic event, and French-speaking people have been in the Northern Territory for a very, very long time, actually, and some of them come from places that we wouldn't necessarily think of straight away, like Mauritius, Morocco, the Canadian Quebecois, from Senegal. So it was, overall, an absolutely stupendous event. Quel merveilleux événement au célébrer. Vive l'Alliance Française. Moving from French to Italian, Mr. Speaker, it was likewise a great privilege to represent the Chief Minister at Browns Mart on the 1st of October to witness the premiere of Natalie Pellegrino's We Keep Everything, which was a beautiful production sharing the Pellegrino family story. And some of you will know Natalie Pellegrino as a former media personality here. Her sister is always is also something of the chanteuse. We see her singing all over the place. Migrant stories aren't heard as often as I wish they were, and they were when I was growing up here. And to have something like that production was not just a contribution to art, but also a contribution to social cohesion. And it was really, really a special evening to be able to be part of it. It was a great crowd of extremely eminent Territorians and patrons of the art and theatre generally, and I was very privileged to be there amongst them all. It takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there and to share your story, let alone in a one-person production, a one-man show, a one-woman show. And so I was, really chuffed to be there for the evening. It takes courage also to engage in lifelong learning and professional development, and I was really pleased again to also be at the First Circles Leadership Program graduation at the Northern Territory Indigenous Business Network recently, accompanied by the Minister for Aboriginal Affairs, the Minister for Education, the Opposition Leader, and the Member for Blaine, to name several others. Now, I'm very committed to professional development myself and the process of trying to keep learning throughout your life, and it's hugely important that we celebrate these leaders, these Indigenous leaders, and our Territory needs more leaders. So if anyone's not seen this brochure that came out from that event, it's a really great little read to find out about the people who graduated from the last program and all the things that they're involved in. So to Stacey Davis, Veronica Peters, Terence Wilson, Selma Smiler, Casey Smiler, Simone Baker, Zelda Damarangi, Patricia Puran Tatameri, Letitia Coombs, Kevin Dumu, and Corbin Mujanji, congratulations on graduating that night. It was an absolutely wonderful event to be at, and also a special mention for Corbin for his killer maroon jacket. That guy really knows how to dress. Absolutely best dressed on the night. So thank you to the NTIBN for the deadly music, for the warm hospitality, and for the absolutely delicious buffet, which I destroyed, I might add. The following day, again, we were privileged to be able to celebrate health workers on NT Mental Health Awards in Parliament House. And the Minister for Health was there, the Assistant Minister for Health was there, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Member for Fanny Bay was there, the new Lord Mayor was there, and most importantly, advocates and practitioners of good mental health were there. And it was wonderful to collectively recognise our shared commitment to good mental health. I want to make a particular shout out to Jeff Radford, who is the head of the Mental Health Coalition, for his stewardship and advocacy in this space. Jeff is a constituent of mine in Woolner, and from the first time that I met him on a doorstep, he's always been banging down my door to try and prosecute the case for better mental health, providing data, literature, information, and I really greatly appreciate his indefatigable commitment to mental health. It would be remiss of me to not also mention my colleagues, the member for Fanny Bay and the member for Port Darwin, who did the lion's share of the work in organising our Darwin Community Movie Night, where everybody enjoyed Garfield in the George Brown Botanic Gardens, and we raised a tidy sum of money for the Starlight Foundation as well. Great attendance, great family fun. Footy, I managed to kick a football and not stack it, which actually was also encouraging. The Waratahs people were very nice to me about that, so I was delighted to be able to be part of that as well, and so my thanks to my colleagues in that regard. My community over the last year has very much become Dinah Beach, and that's where the good people that I spend my time with increasingly is, particularly on a Wednesday night for chicken wings, as you all know. But I was honoured to be there on the 5th of October to be re-elected the patron of Dinah Beach for another year. And we used the opportunity and the rent-a-crowd that we got from the post-AGM to put on, in the spirit of old-time Darwin, a bit of sunset jazz. So it was fun to do a gig out there again. As many of you may recall, Fong Lim has lots of defence and defence adjunct precincts, Eton, Coonawarra, Winnellie, and even Berrima, Wishart. So it's nice to have a connection with defence for myself as well. And all this year I've been working with the Royal Australian Navy, who have been setting up a band and a new ensemble up here. And so it's been wonderful to gig with them. When they're not in white uniforms, they're called the Note Heads. So it was the patron and the Note Heads doing Sunset Jazz, which was tons of fun, I might say. And I'm looking forward very much to doing several more performances in the lead up to Christmas with them, both at Dinah Beach and beyond, for anybody who wants to hear my best impersonation of Michael Bublé. Speaking of great things at Dinah Beach, though, as well, it would be remiss to not mention Duck Luxor. This year, I took a photo of Duck Luxor and put it on social media, and it smashed all my engagement records, which is testament to the fact that food really is a great binding force for all of us. And so I'd encourage all parliamentarians, those of you who somehow haven't already had a Luxor, to get out there and get some Luxor into you this October. Check out darwinluxorfestival.com.au as well if you haven't already, because it's got lots of fascinating information as well as the league tables, and it's really great to learn about all the little bits and pieces of the Luxor lifestyle. But Territory lifestyle is Luxor lifestyle. It's synonymous with Luxor, and we all know that. And if you read on the side as well, you'd note that it's, Luxor itself is a love child of a dish. It represents fusion, it represents the melting pot, it represents multiculturalism. It's an expression of multiculturalism for us. And so, we do a lot of things in here sometimes that, well, I just hope we are all able to invest in diversity, multiculturalism, the community here, food and beyond. But anyway, all of the best things are done when you break bread together, I find. So, I encourage all parliamentarians around here to go out there and snap up a Luxor while you still can. Finally, Madam Speaker now. Finally, Madam Speaker, on Saturday night I was slightly in the wrong place in the sense that I happened to miss all my colleagues at the Chief Minister's awards, but I was in somewhere worthwhile, and that was the Palmerston Recreation Centre, where the Darwin Symphony Orchestra has been doing a concert now, last year and this year, with a view to bringing music to the people. And it's such an important thing, and there was a great crowd out there and absolutely beautiful music, really, really beautiful music. And the markets were on in the background, and we were really lucky that night to have the first conducting performance by the new artistic director of the Darwin Symphony Orchestra, Richard Mills, AO. For anyone who doesn't know who he is a big dog. He is a serious heavyweight in Australian music. He was the head of Opera Australia for a period of time, and it's a real coup for the Northern Territory that he's been able to come up here now and is conducting the orchestra. And so it was a great privilege to see him conduct the orchestra and communicate with everyone and teach everybody about what it was they were doing, and there was tons to learn. They did wonderful bits of Bizet, and they did wonderful actually, I'm forgetting the program now, sorry. It was a really great program, featuring, of course, I might add as well, Aya Smith, who did great solo work. But it's something extremely rousing to hear the Superman theme, to hear John Williams' music played live for you, you know? And so if you ever get the opportunity, you should try and check that out because it really is something fantastic. The Darwin Symphony Orchestra, as I've said before, is not some elitist bourgeois nonsense. Sometimes they play, you know, arty music, but they are really a community orchestra and they are music for the people. And so I encourage all of you to get out there, grab yourself a Luxor and get to the next Darwin Symphony Orchestra concert too when you can. So with that, Madam Speaker, I thank you for your time and I look forward to Christmas events forthcoming. Thank you.